Too, it is good that you asked, is that a lot of times when we start talking about like politics, a lot of people want to shy away from it like it's not important. But one thing we don't really realize is that everything starts with politics. Like if you really take the time to think about it, when it's time to get a job or a business or a certain position, politics is involved. When it comes to basketball and sports, politics is involved. Entertainment, politics. Funding, passing laws, prison system, politics. So we have to now understand that we have to be in the game. Whether we believe it or not, we have to be in the game. It's like trying to get a foul call, but you're in the stands. You're a fan yelling at the referee. You're not even in the game. You don't even got to say. So when we see things happen in our community and we see our businesses struggling and things, resources is not being dumped into our schools, when there's 160 something schools in New Britain, and New Britain High is on the list at 161, meaning our kids is not reading, they're not passing, they're not graduating, and we okay with that? Like we literally is in the community just living our regular lives and we're okay with knowing that's going on. So my biggest goal is to bring awareness to the power of politics, the power of voting, the power of local voting. Like, I'm not even talking about presidential. Let's leave that alone for a second. But real change comes on a local level. You know, I was just showing my man something earlier about it's happening all over Connecticut, right? Where New Britain has 74,000 residents. And out of 74,000 residents, 33 registered voters, but there's only 10,000 active voters. Meaning that for the past 10 years, New Britain and other mayors been winning with 4,000, 5,000 votes. That's crazy because we're still just sitting home on Tuesday when they're out at the polls, the 40 up, that's supporting specific groups, and they're voting and winning with 4,000 votes. And then when they get a $5 million budget to take care of our community, it's not going to the community. Why? Because we're not the ones voting. It's going to the areas that vote. Look at the roads of the people who live in different areas. Their roads is always paved. Their parks is always nice. You know, everything in their community, they have what they want because they're voting. So they're looking at us like, yeah, y'all can talk all y'all want because y'all don't even come out. So my goal, Bishop, is to increase that age 18 to 26 years old because just us alone can move seats. And it may not happen in 1 year, but I guarantee you, little by little, one thing they do care about is their position. And if they know that 2,000, 3,000 votes will take them out of their position, they're going to start listening. And when they start listening, they're going to start putting their money where their mouth is, just like the reps that I had y'all filling out today, Sanchez and Lopes. I told them about an event like this. They said, listen, I'll pay for the whole thing. Get the people out there and educate them on the power of voting. I don't care who they vote for, but just educate them to be a part of the game. And my goal is to let everybody know, like, we need to be a part of the game.
Yeah, that was a great question, Bishop. What's up? Anybody else got a question or something they want to ask? I see a hand up in the back.
What up, boy?
What's good? Oh, Chill Shump on the beat. What's good, baby?
What's going on, man? Thanks. What up, bro?
How you doing, man? How you doing?
I'm good.
Appreciate you.
My question is more or less, or just I guess you could call it more of an open topic discussion, right? Yeah. Everybody, I feel like the whole state knows that Britain breeds athletic fucking talent, right? Mm-hmm. And it always comes down, we've seen it, when we used to keep it in the city, right? You would see great results that come from our city. Yep. New Britain High being fucking super dominant in football at a certain point in time. One of the top 10 teams in the region. You know what I'm saying? Yep. But I feel like more and more, as far as like, you know, the way like grades have been and GPAs for a lot of students, I've seen parents take their kids out. Perfect example. I'll just give you a couple. Byron Jones, New Britain bred, he went to St. Paul's, he made the switch to NFL. David and Jordan Reed. David didn't even make it to New Britain High. Jordan didn't even make it to New Britain High. And this dude was like a prominent tight end for the Redskins for that time being. Do you have an idea or any type of plan to try to keep our talent pool inside the city? Or is there any way that, what's our answer?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's a great question.
That's amazing.
And
good question, Sean.
That's very powerful. And I'm going to tell you, like, so I have been talking to the school, the superintendent, the board of education, and I also been talking to the community, the parents.
Right.
And to bridge that gap, to answer your question, one thing that I hear is that, and they make a valid point, is that the education system.
Right.
I'm gonna give you an example, right? My son,
Yes, yes.
Esco, my stepson,
Yes,
Esco,
sir.
right? When everybody
Shout out
was
to Esco.
when everybody was going to school at New Brand High, all his friends, my oldest son Devon was at New Brand High, Tyrone was at New Brand High. He was like, you know what, like I want to go to New Brand High, and it was a struggle because